All right, greetings everybody. We're going to talk about Unit 5 now, which is your Capstone project. And, we've talked a lot about civic engagement and how important it is for you all to understand how your government works at the state level, at the federal level, how important it is to stay informed about things that are happening. The Capstone project is geared to just get you all to demonstrate, to start thinking about who represents you in the three levels of government and what they do. What do they do? Now, what you're going to be doing with the Capstone project is first, you're going to answer each question. Okay, there are three questions, and you're going to do a 350-word essay for each question. And the first question asks you about federal government, and your goal is to demonstrate that you understand what is the responsibility of your federal government. The second question is about your state government, and your goal there is to demonstrate you understand the difference between what your state government is responsible for and what your federal government is responsible for. A lot of people get the two confused. The state government handles issues within the state, enforces laws within the state. The federal government is for all 50 states and 6 territories. Remember the Constitution. The Constitution is paramount. The U.S. Constitution is paramount, but states can pass their own laws as long as no law compromises or opposes the U.S. Constitution. And then last, your third question asks you to talk about your city and county government, your local government. And this is important. I like to stress this to my students. The state and federal issues, the state is big as Texas, obviously, and the federal issues, they get a lot of attention. They're sexy, they're exciting, they're controversial. A lot of times it has to do with like moral issues and religious beliefs and this, that, and the other. And we tend to not focus much on our city and county government. But you'd be surprised. These are the two governments, albeit small and not sexy and not exciting. These are the two governments, your city and county governments, your local governments, that have a major impact on your life. This is how your garbage gets picked up. Your streets get swept so the gutters don't clog. Your schools, your potholes in the roads, your safe bridges. These are things that affect you in your quality of life, in your community, in your hometown, more than state and federal government. But yet, these are the elections and the issues that we tend to pay the least attention to. So I like to try to get across to my students that even though it's not exciting and sexy, how your city and county is conducting business has a great impact on the value of your home, the quality of your public school, the safety of your streets, the cleanliness of your parks. And cities that have safe streets, good schools, clean water, parks, well-run cities attract businesses and attract residents, which leads to prosperity, which leads to stability, right? And so as you think about and what your city and county government does, remember, these are things that are more important than you think, okay? And then I've also given you a tool that the Texas Tribune has, and you can see that on the Moodle page, that basically will look up who represents you at the federal and state level. All you have to do is put in your zip code. And then with your city and county government, you'll need to look up that on your own. You can do that via your city and county government's website on Google. You can call City Hall. You can call the county courthouse, and they can help you with that. So the idea is to, A, get you guys to understand what each level of government does and how it's different from the other. And then B, get familiar with who represents you so you can begin to participate in a more meaningful way. And figuring out who the players are is the first step. Figuring out what each level does is the second step. So I wish you all good luck. This is going to be 20% of your grade. And again, if you have any questions, you can email me at elizabeth.bryant@tstc.edu.